Hey tubers, it's Drew, the California Picker. Welcome back to my channel, California Pickin', and a little something different today. In fact, a lot of something different. I'm going to show you guys how to make homemade hummus, spelled H-U-M-U-S. It's principally made out of garbanzo beans. You've had them at probably Middle Eastern restaurants before, that kind of thick kind of dip that's got a lot of garlic and some parsley in it. I'm going to show you how to make that today. I guess you didn't think I was a good cook, but I'm going to show you what's up, you know. Hey, that's how I do it. Okay, here we go. So, let me show you the ingredients today. We got, the main ingredient is garbanzo bean back here, 2 cans. I've drained the liquid out of 1 can, kept the other can full of liquid, because we're going to use that. If you were to use 2 of these with full liquid in both, it would actually turn out to be too runny. So I've learned that through experience. Don't make that mistake. Here you have extra virgin olive oil from Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's. Most of these products are Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's tahini sauce. Tahini sauce is also Middle Eastern. It's made out of sesame seeds and some oil, lemon, salt, and there's a few other things in there, possibly. Over here we have this is lemon pepper from Trader Joe's. Lemon pepper comes in one of these little handy dandy you know, grinders, so you don't have to transfer it over or anything. It's great stuff. I use this on everything, you guys. Check that out, Trader Joe's, if you have that in your city. I'm not sure if you do, but we love Trader Joe's out here. Then we have lemon, the juice of maybe a half a lemon. I'll have to see how much comes out of this. This happens to be a Meyer lemon, and that is a sweet lemon, a very expensive lemon. I have a tree in my backyard, and it gives off these incredible, incredible juicy lemons. And they happen to be, I did some research, they happen to be I think a mix between a lemon and either a mandarin orange or a tangerine, something like that. So they're really sweet. I love making drinks with this and marinating all kinds of things with Meyer lemon. So check that out in your market if you can find them, and they are very expensive. So I suggest you plant a tree.
Over here we got parsley, chopped parsley, which I'm going to show you in a second. We have the lemon pepper here, the salt, and as far as amounts, this is probably a teaspoon, and this salt is probably going to end up to be, I'm not going to use the whole thing, but several pinches of this to taste. And I urge you, in the beginning of making anything, you want to salt things very lightly and then build through layering, because then you can't go wrong. If you oversalt something, you really can't go back, so that's the smart thing to do there. This is chopped, large, ripe black olives, chopped fairly finely. I like that. I would say that that's like 4 tablespoons, 4 full tablespoons. It all depends on what you like. You don't want to really dominate this stuff. And by the way, this is optional. The olives are optional. And this next item is also optional. This is a, don't laugh, okay? But this is a Persian cucumber. And they happen to be really, really like sweeter and just a better taste than regular cucumbers. So if you can find these Persian cucumbers, I would urge you to get that, because that's killer. So I'm going to dice that up, and that's also optional. But basically, the rudimentary 101 for hummus making would be garbanzo bean, olive oil, tahini. This is optional. The pepper, lemon pepper, I use it, I love it. Salt and garlic. And anything you can add to this later, as it's like after it's mixed up in the blender, because I'm going to use a blender today. You can maybe use a small Cuisinart or some other type of processing machine or what have you, but you're going to need that, something like a blender, which I'm going to show you in a second. And then you can add anything you want, like red pepper, cooked artichoke. You could chop up some asparagus really finely and add just a little bit to hummus to give it a certain taste. You know what? You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to dominate the flavor. So I'm going to show you how to do this in steps. Here we go. Let's see. All right. So this is like a first time for me, so not my usual. So here we go. What we're going to do first is I'm going to dice this cucumber up. I'm going to move you over here a second to the cutting area. And I have 2 knives out. I have this larger chopping knife for chopping things up, like the parsley, and I have a smaller knife here to chop the Persian cucumber. And so that's what I like to do. I also like to use, well, I'm going to show you in a second, but we can just use this for now. So what I do on the cucumber, we don't want a ton of cucumber in there, and we're also going to have some, I might make 3 batches, you guys, so let's see how it goes. But I'm going to make maybe a cucumber an olive batch. I'm going to make maybe just an olive batch and then just maybe basic 101 hummus, plain hummus. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, this is, I don't know. If you're good with a knife, you can try this. But what I like to do is cut strips. And careful not to jab your finger into your hand, but cutting strips like this. And then I turn it over this way, right? It's hard to see, but I'm going to hold it like this and try to keep it under control. I'm going to dice that. See that? And then when I come back here, I get small little pieces, which that's what I'm looking for. Small little pieces. And I'm going to go over that with a larger knife. And so once you get that finely chopped, you're going to kind of brush that to the side, and that's about right. Nice, smallish pieces. And we may not even use all of that, but that's a half a Persian cucumber that's not too big. Let's see, what next? Okay, now we're going to go to... Now we're going to go to the parsley, and we're going to clear our knife of the cucumbers. And I've washed this parsley, nice big hunk of parsley, and as I said, we may not use this, but you can even kind of double it over like that. And this is called a chiffonade. And they use this for like basil, and you can just chiffonade anything, so there we go. And just rock the knife. See that? The knife is designed to do that. So let the knife do the work. And just pass through the parsley on both directions. And you're kind of getting all the big hunks that might still be in there. And it's no big deal if you have a couple big hunks, but I'm not being too clean today, guys, but I want to get this hummus made and eat this stuff. So, okay, so that's that. Now, and as you can tell, I'm going live, uninterrupted, no breaks. This is continuous programming from me, the California Picker. And you're going to like this, guys. Okay, so, where are we at? We got the blender here. It's a Hamilton Beach. It's an old timer, and I've made quite a few margaritas on this baby in the past. So we're going to take our drained garbanzo beans. We're going to pour it right in there like that. Then we're going to take our other garbanzo beans with the liquid in it, like that. Those two are gone. And then we're going to take some tahini. And let's see, got to grab a spoon. And I would say this is also to taste, but that's a big honk and scoop on a nice big Chinese kind of ceramic spoon. So I love tahini, so I'm going to probably use this whole thing. Because tahini you can't make this without tahini. It's just not going to taste the same. So this is an essential ingredient in making hummus. So there you go. There's the tahini. Then we're going to put a couple large pinches of salt. Maybe like 5 or 6, and then stop. And then you got your lemon pepper, and that's maybe a rounded tablespoon. And you can just use regular pepper ground, but I would suggest that you grind it from a pepper grinder, because it'll be nice and fresh. That's actually not enough, guys, so I'll put a little more in there, because that's how I like it. So, let's see. Going back over here. I also like to use these paper plates. Paper plates are cool. I mean, not to serve on, but to chop on, really cool. Now, here's the Meyer lemon. I'm going to take out some of the pits there, because you don't want those in there. You don't have to be crazy about it. But I'm going to squeeze that. That's not quite a half a lemon. But then I forgot this missing ingredient, which I think this really adds a lot. And you just have to use very little of it. And it's organic, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Really good for your health. So it's not going to be at any large volume. But I put like maybe a half a cap in there. And that gives it like a little kick that really not many people know about. So a lot of this stuff is done with lots of lemon, which I'm about to do some more of. But adding a little bit of apple cider vinegar is awesome. Okay, so we got that. Now, we're not going to add, we got to do the garlic. So we got a nice big clove here. And I'm going to show you how I chop my garlic. And let's try to put this out of the way. So I want a couple big cloves of garlic, because I love garlic. And you're going to take the skins off them, and there's several different ways to do that. Here's one way. Here's how the chefs do it. You just get a good hard surface, and then you just go bang. We go bang, and we go bang. And then as Yan Can Cook says. So you strip the garlic, of course, of its skin, 3 big ones, and I might even add another later on, all depending on how it tastes. So you can chop just enough, 3 big cloves, 4 big cloves, and then see how it tastes, you know? And so the skins come right off this way. Not that smoothly, but I'm gonna get another one of these guys. See, just new surface. There we go. So now we got the skins off, and you know, kind of like what I like to do is take a fork and just take your finger and crush the garlic with the fork, like that, see? And you're like really mashing it. And eventually, in the beginning it's kind of hard, but eventually you start wearing it down like that. And another thing, a little trick is you use a little salt on there, and that becomes an abrasive. And that actually kind of breaks down the garlic into a mashed state. So I get it like that. You can chop it if you want, but it takes a little bit longer to get to that point. And so that's that. And I may just do one more. I also like to twist them. If you're strong enough, you can twist the skin right off it. And you just twist it like that. They make garlic peelers, they make all kinds of gadgets for the home, but I just rely on my hands, you know? And here's another one. We're just crushing that up. Maybe that wasn't even on camera, sorry about that. But here's some crushed garlic, sorry. It's hard to be cameraman and master extraordinary chef at the same time. But that's going to be that. And if the video doesn't turn out, I'll just do another one, no biggie. So now we got that done. Doesn't look pretty, but I like the paper towel or paper plates because they're just disposable. You don't have to worry about it. And if it gets a little soggy, then transfer it to another one. You don't want to chop too hard because you'll be taking the paper off this, but that's good right there, I think. Maybe just a few more chops here. So it's all mashed and chopped, so it's separated. You want it to separate from each other. You want little pieces. And that's like a thick garlic paste right there. Alright, so now we're going to add that up here to the concoction. And I think I'm going to add about 3/4 of that. What the heck, all of it. 4 large cloves, no biggie. And I'm going to get rid of that. Now, we are going to put the lid on it right here. And we're going to take the center section out of the top. And, sorry, let me just clean up a little bit here. Okay. We're going to keep the lemon around because we really might want to add some lemon as we go along. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the blender. I'm going to start off at low. And see, it is moving, so that's a good sign. There's just enough liquid there. We're going to pour in a little bit of olive oil. And that's going to help it out.
That's about, you know, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 of olive oil. 3 to 4 glugs, let's say. Okay, so we're going to ramp it up a little bit. It's going to kick in a second. You could help it along a little bit. Just put that just at the top. Don't stick your fork down in there. All right, now we want to turn it off now and mix it up a little bit because we don't want our hummus too thin. That's a no-no. So it is pretty thin. Well, what will happen is you'll be able to pour this out of this blender into a container, and then you're going to refrigerate this. But you can add your different ingredients, such as the parsley, which we are going to do, because the parsley is absolutely necessary. But I tell you what, we're not gonna. Let's see, that needs more lemon. Sorry. So you can kind of just pinch it as you go along.
More acidity, a little more pepper. Lemon pepper in this case. I also like this. This is also a little zip. And this is red pepper, cayenne pepper. Just a tiny bit of that. And that just gives it a little kick. I also like paprika. Is excellent. Middle Easterners use a lot of paprika in their cooking. And it's a red looking spice, but it's not hot like cayenne pepper. Let me taste that. Yeah, that's getting there, guys. Not quite satisfied just yet. I think it needs more salt. And even more salt. And we're not going to turn it back on because we don't want to overmix this. So we're just going to whisk that around in there. And then we're going to have another taste. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's good.
Okay, so we've assembled the hummus with its different ingredients. This one is with red pepper, and I put most of the red pepper in there and stirred it around. and some parsley, and then saved a little red pepper for the top. Over here we have black olive, sliced black olive. I also did the same thing with that, saved a little olive garnish for the top with the parsley, and the same way here with the cucumber. So that's your 3 different types of ways to make hummus, guys. And then we're gonna take some pita bread. I love this. It's all, probably got a little bit too crisp, but let's try this. I just love pita bread, and I love hummus, guys. Let's try that. How about that? Whew. Give me a kiss. Oh yeah. Let's try this one. Whew. Anyways, that's me, Drew, on my first cooking show. First edition of the Drew Kitchen or something like that. So hit like and subscribe, tell your friends, share this recipe on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. It's a great recipe, doesn't take that long. Maybe 15 minutes. Maybe the first time, you'll do it maybe 25. But anyways, that's me, Drew the California Picker. Come on back to my channel. I got some great stuff coming up, guys. Maybe some cooking, maybe some other stuff. Definitely some other stuff. Cheers now.